Have you ever set a clear boundary, only for someone to laugh at you like you were joking? I told my wife, if you invite your boss to your birthday, I'm leaving. Just one sentence. One limit. Non-negotiable. Then, in an instant, my front door shook as if someone was trying to tear it off its hinges. I set my glass of whiskey down, wiped my hands on a kitchen towel, and opened the door. There he was, Ethan Morris, face red, chest heaving, veins standing out on his neck. Behind him, my wife, Lily, pale and frozen, like she already knew the storm was coming. And then he erupted. Your attorney just called me. What the hell did you make him do? In that moment I realized something simple. This wasn't the start of a fight. This was the end. The final act. Before the pounding on the door, it had been normal. Lily perched on the kitchen counter, bare feet dangling, oversized t-shirt, holding a mug of steaming coffee. Soft jazz hummed from a small speaker. I was at the stove, burning the eggs again. We were a team. I battled deadlines and work sites. She fought emails and endless meetings. At the end of each day, we returned to this little kitchen in our small house in Frisco, Texas. Home was steady. We were steady. I kept the lights on. She brought home her paycheck. Nothing luxurious, but it was ours. Lily was my person, the one I wanted to make silly jokes with, the one I wanted beside me when the world got loud. Home meant her this kitchen, that chipped coffee mug. Back then I thought we were unshakable. But things didn't collapse in an instant. It started the day her phone lit up with an unknown number. Summit Financial, she said. They want me. She paced the living room like a kid with a golden ticket. Senior project coordinator, she said. This was her chance to climb the ladder. I looked at her and felt pride, pure pride. Not jealousy. I told her, go for it. I've got this side of things. Simple logic. I keep the house steady, she goes further at work. Both of us win. Her excitement mirrored mine when I finished a big project. Same drive, different worlds. I thought we were still building something together. Then the shift started subtly. Before it was our team, our project. Now it was Ethan wants this. Ethan said that. Ethan pushed the deadline. Dinner conversations were peppered with his name. He's relentless, Lily would sigh. Always on, always intense. I'd nod. That's corporate, I told myself. That's what you asked for. I trusted her, trusted us. I trusted what we had built. Looking back, that was my first mistake. Ethan's name, once just a detail, became the centerpiece of our lives. Slowly, Lily stopped coming to dinner. Late meeting, client emergency. He wants the deck done tonight. One chair pulled out instead of two. I'd microwave her plate, write a silly note. Eat. I love you. Sat cold in the morning. I told myself this was ambition. Late nights, hard work. I wouldn't be the husband who blew up her phone. So I stayed quiet, proud of her hustle. The house got quieter and my mind louder. Everything looked the same, nothing felt the same. Home became a waiting room. Patterns emerged. New perfume, sharper, richer, different from her usual scent. She'd barely look up. Just a sample from a friend at work, she'd say. Her hair styled, makeup done, fitted outfits for the office. At home, old sweats, messy bun. Half a conversation while scrolling her phone. I wasn't asking for a runway show. I wanted to feel like the man she still prepared for. But each whiff of that perfume reminded me of the distance growing between us. Then came the laughter. Not her usual laugh. Not the one that snorted or brightened the kitchen. No, this was softer, secret, shared with someone else. I caught glimpses late at night. Phone glowing in the dark. Who's that? Asked. She'd angle it away. Just work, relax. Work that made her giggle at 11:30 p.m. Work she hid. I didn't grab her phone or start a fight. I stayed quiet, feeling the space stretch. Late one night I noticed the message. Asterisk, can't wait to see you again. Same place. Asterisk, the name lit up, Ethan, starred in her contacts. My stomach sank. I didn't need to read further. My sanctuary shattered. She came out of the shower, towel wrapped, humming, pretending nothing had changed. She saw my eyes. Still awake? She asked casually. I had two choices: confront her and hear her twist it on me, or stay silent. I swallowed my words. That night, I lay awake staring at the ceiling, knowing everything had shifted. The next day I created a folder on my laptop. For later. Screenshots, emails, bank statements, photos. My hands shook. Not because I doubted what I saw, but because I realized I might need proof someday. Not to accuse her, but to reassure myself I wasn't losing my mind. Numbers, dates, patterns. They told the story she wouldn't. A spontaneous drive past a restaurant confirmed it. There they were, too close, too relaxed, not just colleagues. My camera clicked. I wasn't just her husband anymore. I was preparing to be the obstacle in his life. Lily didn't just stay late. She transformed herself for the outside world. Sharp outfits, styled hair, lipstick on. Home she became distant. A laptop between us, one plate of eggs, silence. I wasn't competing with another man. I was competing with status, ambition, a title. The shift broke our partnership without a fight. One evening, a phone call. Was that Ethan? Asked casually. She froze, then smiled. Just Emily from work, relax. A few minutes later, her phone lit up. Ethan Morris. No Emily in sight. The cheating stung, but the lazy lie cut deeper. She didn't just betray my heart. She underestimated my intelligence. I remembered my father, broken by betrayal. I vowed I would not repeat his mistakes. I wouldn't scream, plead, or beg. I wouldn't fight physically or emotionally. I would raise my standards. Weeks later, she mentioned her birthday dinner at Harper & Stone. Just the team, she said, smiling. I stayed quiet. We both knew what that meant. That night I cooked dinner like always. She sat, mind elsewhere. We, she said, as if that included everyone except me. My decision solidified. This time, I drew a line that couldn't be laughed off. If you invite your boss to your birthday, I'm out, I said calmly. Non-negotiable. She blinked, smiled, treated it like a joke. But I wasn't speaking insecurity. I was speaking boundaries. She heard the wrong thing. Her birthday came. Ate alone. A photo arrived. Lily laughing, leaning toward Ethan at a long-lit table. Place card in front of him. My most special guest. Not me. Not even my name. That silent demotion hit harder than the affair itself. No us. Just her world and mine. I closed the photo, opened my for later folder. That's when I stopped being her husband and started being his problem. The next morning after she left, I called my old lawyer, David Kane. Calm, collected, clear-headed. We met, went through the folder, and he said, "We can work with this." For the first time in months I had clarity. Not peace, not closure, but direction. The final chapter was starting.